Samuel Langhorne Clemens. The name is rarely heard because everybody recognizes him as Mark Twain. He was born in Florida, Missouri in 1835 and passed away from a heart attack in 1910. He was 74 when he died. To this day, he is still a well-known American author. He is mainly known for writing The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is the sequel to The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It was first published in the United Kingdom in December 1884. In February 1885, it was published in the United States. Huckleberry Finn caught the attention of the public through both its humor and cultural terminology. It is considered to be a literary masterpiece and is commonly known as one of the greatest American novels. However, almost immediately after the book was published, it became one of the most controversial books of all time. It was condemned due to its off-color language, racial references, its continual use of the word nigger, a word that is used 219 times within the book, and its portrayal of the character Jim. Jim was a black slave who ran away from his slave owner over the fear of being sold. Because of this, there was much controversy surrounding the book on whether it was racist or anti-racist. In the book, many believe that Twain purposely used Jim's character to degrade black people and intentionally insult their intelligence. Because of this, many people argue that Twain was a racist and that the book was vulgar and biased, while others find it to be an engaging story about the history of the Southern mindset before the time of the Civil War, when slavery was still legal. Huckleberry Finn, the protagonist in the novel, was raised within a society that is much different from ours today. He grew up during a time when slavery was still common and socially accepted. Debates on this book created such a stir that it questioned whether the book should be taught in public school systems. Many felt it was inappropriate to expose students to such harsh language. Parents began to argue over the school's right to intellectual freedom and the parents' right to protect their children from perceived racism. The issue became so out of hand, many felt it should be taken to court, and eventually it was. In September 1957, the first official case was documented by the New York Times on the novel Huckleberry Finn. This caught the attention of the public due to the novel's conflicts, and because of this, the New York City Board of Education was forced to remove Huckleberry Finn from the list of textbooks in both elementary schools and junior high schools. This left the book only to be taught in high schools, and its purchase still being available in libraries. In 2007, the American Library Association listed Mark Twain's The Adventure of Huckleberry Finn as the 5th most banned book in the United States. On October 19, 1998, the most well-known court case about this ongoing issue took place. Monteiro versus the Tempe Union High School District. Kathy Monteiro was the legal guardian of her minor daughter, Jane Doe, who was a freshman at McClintock High School. It was required for the class to read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Monteiro stated that the book contains repeated use of profane, insulting, and derogatory term nigger. Monteiro sought a declaratory judgment insisting the school district violated Doe's right under the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The court wound up ruling in the favor of the school. U.S. Circuit Judge Robert Bushever stated a district might violate the amendment if the school assigned a subject that promoted racism, and that there is nothing wrong with just teaching students about it. Therefore, no law was broken. By now, it was apparent that the nature of the language was uninviting to many readers. That is why in 2011, a new edition of the book started to appear on bookshelves, a censored edition, where the word nigger was replaced with the word slave, and the hope it would be both reader-friendly and appropriate to teach in schools. Even with the new censored book, to this day, this controversial debate still continues. Over 135 years later, Huckleberry Finn is still currently banned in many school districts across the United States.